information from a book from one of my friends, Dr. Henry Cloud. He's a psychologist in California. He's very well known all over the U.S. He's written many books, and one of them is called The Law of Happiness. The Law of Happiness. And that's where I get most of my information, okay? So I give him credit for it. Okay, so first of all, what is happiness? That's probably what you've been asking yourself. Well, in the dictionary, it can be defined as a state of feeling pleasure or contentment. Having contentment in your life. And it's kind of one of those nebulous terms that's really hard to grasp, it's hard to define. You know, think for yourself, what is happiness? What do I feel when I feel happy? Well, I feel content, I feel at peace, those type of things. Well, just as introduction, what got Henry started on writing this book was this other book called The Secret. Maybe you've heard of it. It's been very popular. The lady who wrote it, her name is Rhonda Byrne. She was on Oprah, and many people loved it. Her book said that it changed their life. She claimed that the universe responds to our thoughts, that you attract happiness by positive thinking. Many people have claimed that their lives have been changed. While I agree with many of the principles in her book, I question the source of the happiness. She kind of says it's some kind of impersonal force in the universe. My question is, could it be that we have been designed for happiness, as suggested by many books of wisdom? There's also been an enormous amount of scientific research the last decade on positive psychology to find out what makes people happy. That's what that other icon is there. The research findings have given support to the ancient wisdom of the ages. So what did they find? Let's start with what they found that does not bring happiness. So first, let's start out with what research, scientific research, has found does not bring happiness. Study after study found that happiness and fulfillment is not found in, number one, circumstances. Happiness, research says, is not found in your circumstances. What happens around you? You might find that to be surprising. Second, bank accounts. Bank accounts. Money. Happiness is not found in money. You might think that's not true, but that's what the research has found. And also, even achievements. Even achievements. As great as they may be, there's many people that have made a lot of money, have achieved a lot, and maybe have great circumstances, but still not happy. There's been people, even very, very rich people, who have been found to be very unhappy. So where is happiness found? Well, what the book talks about, this is a summary of the book, basically, is it's found in how we live our lives. Happiness is found in how we live our lives and into which activities we decide to invest our hearts, our minds, our souls, and our strength. This is where happiness is found. Man's need for harmony, peace, and the ancient wisdom confirms this. Man's need for peace, harmony, well-being, wholeness, completeness, and welfare, and overall happiness can be summed up in an ancient Hebrew word called shalom. Have any of you heard that term, shalom? Many people think of it as the word peace, the Hebrew word shalom, but it means more than just peace. It means all those things: harmony, well-being, wholeness, completeness, welfare, and overall happiness. Finding shalom is really a journey. It's one that can be found by investing our lives in the ways we were designed to live life. The key is finding the unique path that you were destined to walk. When you find it, happiness will find you. When you find that path, that perfect path, happiness will find you, and it'll be inevitable. It will happen. So two key things to remember as I get this talk tonight. Number one, happiness can be found. Happiness can be found. And there are principles and practices for which happiness can be found contained in ancient books of wisdom, now verified by science. Shalom. So I'm talking about all these different ancient books of wisdom, how they talk about where to find happiness, and how science today actually confirms the wisdom of the ages.